about to go 100 hours without eating. No food, just water, minerals, and a lot of willpower. Stick around and find out why. Welcome back, fellow rebels. And to those of you that are new to our channel, I just want to say that this is not the normal content of our channel, Natural State Rebels. We are a full-time RV channel, and so if you're only here for the fasting, then just know that this is not our normal content. So hello, my name is Susan, and welcome to my 100-hour fasting journey. I'm going to be documenting all of this from prep to finish. So if you're curious, let's dive in and find out why. So why am I doing this? Well, for one, for mental clarity and for health issues. I realize that the older I get, I need to be taking better care of myself. And I know there's something, that I could be doing a lot better. And so I'm doing this for mental clarity, to be healthy, for a new spiritual journey, and just to see if I can do it. I have done a 24-hour fast before, but this is going to be like a 24-hour fast on steroids. But I'm doing this safely and intentionally. So I am not eating any food, but I am going to be drinking water, and I'm going to be taking this product right here. Now, this is not a sponsored video. They are not paying me to do this. This is just something that my husband found from his research that is really good. And it has sodium, magnesium, iron, potassium, calcium, and phosphorus in it. And you just take one heaping teaspoonful and you put it in a gallon jug of water and shake it up, and then you pour that water into a bottle of water and just drink it. You can do that once a day, and then the rest of the water you drink is just going to be water for the rest of the day. But that helps keep all your minerals and nutrients that you need that are going to be depleted because you're not eating any food. So what do I hope to gain from this 100-hour fast? Well, there's different kinds of fasting. You can do a 24-hour fast, which I have done. You can do intermittent fasting, which I have done as well, and you can do a 100-hour fast, which is a little over 4 days, or you could even do a prolonged fast. There's different benefits for doing each kind of fast. So why am I doing a 100-hour fast? Well, with the 100-hour fast, you get almost all of the same benefits that you would get with a very long fast. Some people do, 3 weeks, a month, I've even heard of some people doing, 100 days, but I'm not going that far. I'm just doing 100 hours. A lot of people do fasting for health reasons, which is one reason why I'm doing it. They want to lose weight, they want to get healthier, they want to have mental clarity, and all of those things are part of why I'm doing this fast. There are several things that I have, through research, have learned that can help fasting. And one thing for me, besides losing some weight, hopefully, is hot flashes. Since I hit menopause, I have such severe hot flashes. And if you've never had a hot flash, I'm not even going to try to describe it to you, but I know that this fast is probably going to help with that, because I have gotten off sugar a few times in the past for even just a few days, and my hot flashes almost completely dissipated. So I want to see if the hot flashes will go away, because not only after this fast, once it's over, I plan on eating healthier and staying away from sugar for at least 3 to 6 months. So I figure that the hot flashes will be null and void. Like I said, I also want to lose some weight. I'm having a lot of heartburn. I know I'm not eating right. I'm eating the things I shouldn't eat before going to bed. So I'm hoping that will also help. Some mental clarity, all that brain fog that you get, especially after in the afternoon when you can't think, and 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm dead. So I'm hoping that will kind of help with that. And then I want to boost my immune system. I know that a 100-hour fast can completely reset your immune system. And you can also go into what is called autophagy. And that's when your body starts to repair damaged cells and gets rid of damaged cells, and so that's very good. You want autophagy. You're also going to go into ketosis, which your body is going to use the fat for fuel instead of the sugars that a lot of people use as sugars, you know, when they're eating. And so these are some of the reasons why I want to do the fast. And another reason is because you probably can't see it right now because I have makeup on, but I have some really red patches, and I'll show a video clip of that on my face. I don't know if it's eczema or what it is, but it only came about in the last 2 or 3 years, and I know that eczema is an autoimmune disorder, and that is, autoimmune disorders are basically caused from us eating wrong things, and so I'm hoping that's going to clear up. And I know that I have way too much candida in my system because as many sweets as I eat, I've got so much of that, and I actually have a little bit of a toenail fungus that I'm hoping that might cure too. So there's several reasons why I'm doing this 100-hour fast, and hopefully we'll see by the end of this how well it works. As of right now, I'm 15 hours into my 100-hour fast. So I've only got 85 more hours to go. This ought to be easy, right? Woo! Let's hope. But I just want to let you know how I'm prepping. So most people will tell you that you should probably drop off on your carbs and all your sugary drinks and things like that probably 24 to 48 hours before you start your fast. I did not do that. But I had my last meal was around 10:30 last night. So my fast is actually going to end at 2 a.m. on Sunday morning, the 100 hours, but obviously I'm not going to get up at 2 a.m. and eat. But so how I'm prepping is I've got my electrolytes that you saw, and I'm taking those every day, which is good, and I'm keeping busy. I'm really trying to keep busy. I'm doing some housework and Bible studies and other things like that, just to, you know, whatever I can do to keep my mind busy and off of food. And whenever I get hungry, I've kind of adopted this little mantra that I just close my eyes and I say, I'm not hungry. I'm really not hungry. I'm not hungry. I just keep repeating that to myself until I kind of feel not hungry anymore. But the biggest prep is going to be getting rid of the food that I'm not going to be eating anymore. So I have to clean out my fridge and my pantry. And this is going to be a job, but let's get to it. So now we're stocked with water. We look like crazy people. But we're stocked with water, and this is some lemon, real lemon juice. Shane always drinks a little bit of lemon in his water every morning, and weirdly enough, that does not break your fast. So he does that for his kidneys because he used to get kidney stones really bad, and ever since he's been drinking just a teaspoon of lemon juice in his water, about an 8-ounce glass of water every morning, he has not had a kidney stone in probably 6 years. So if you have kidney stones, you might want to try that little tip. So I did keep some stuff here in the refrigerator. These are things that we'll probably eat after it's okay. Some of these things are okay to eat even after we go back on our regular eating. But if you look over here behind Shane, this is all the stuff that we took out of the refrigerator and out of the pantry that it's got to go bye-bye. We can no longer have these things. And y'all, let me just tell you something. If you look at the ingredients on the packaging of these foods, this stuff isn't even food. It's just chemical-laden crap. I mean, I don't know what else to call it. It's awful. Of course, tomatoes are okay, but I can't, we can't eat them right now. And the grapes are good too, but I'm going to take those to my parents so they can eat those because I can't have any sugars for 3 to 6 months. So anyway, all this stuff has got to go, and we're starting fresh and new. This is part of our prep, and I'll check in at about, I guess, 24 hours at the time that we're at 24 hours. So I'm just checking in at about, we're coming up on 20 hours now, and I'm sitting on the couch apparently we had a big storm come through and knocked out the power almost to the whole county. So we're kind of sitting here in our dim lights. But, and my little puppy dog, Snickers. That's our puppy dog, Snickers. She likes to lay on the back of the couch so she can see outside. But, so I've been pretty hungry for the last probably 45 minutes. This is the worst the hunger's been all day. Earlier in the day, it really wasn't that bad. I could kind of get my mind off of it, but it's really starting to settle in. And I knew this time of day would be the worst for me because supper time is when I always really want to eat, and I snack a lot, watching TV. And so right now the hunger is really kicking my butt, and I haven't drank as much water as I need to. I've only drank, sorry, I'm trying to keep it where you can see me. The light's not very good. I've only drank 2 bottles of water, and I'm supposed to drink 4 20-ounce bottles. So I've only drank 2 so far. I really got to do better on that. So I gotta get my other 3 in before I go to bed tonight. I'm gonna try to go to bed around 10:30, which will be right at the 24-hour mark, and we'll see how it goes. Would you like to add anything for you? This is my husband, Shane.
Yeah, some of you know me.
Yeah, our regular viewers know Shane.
Yeah, it's been not too bad all day, except for, right now. It's right around the time we would eat supper or dinner, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm more hungry now than I have been, but I think once that goes away, once the hunger goes away, I think it'll be smooth sailing.
Yeah. Yeah, I do too. I've not had a headache yet. I'm not really craving anything specific, so I don't know. We'll see how the cravings go. We'll see, if the hunger stays or if it subsides, but I'll check in right at about 24 hours. Well, good morning. It is the next day. It's right around 8 o'clock, so that makes it 34 hours into the fast. Doing good. I have a lot of energy this morning, but I am more an energy person. I am more a morning person anyway. But I just woke up a little bit ago and I'm fixing to take our doggy for a walk. But I do feel much better, and we'll see how today goes. Like I said, I have a lot of energy and I feel good. My stomach was not as bloated as it was when I went to bed last night as it normally is. I have some good energy this morning, and I'm not hungry. So we'll see how this goes, and I'll check in a little bit later after I've taken my puppy for a walk. So to start my mornings, I always drink, I'm not a coffee drinker. Actually, Shannon and I, neither of us are coffee drinkers. But I always drink a cup of herbal tea. And you can't drink a lot of different teas when you're on a fast. So the one you can drink, though, is green tea. So I make me a cup of green tea. And then for Shane, I put him about 8 ounces of water in a glass. And then I shake this up a little bit. This is freshly squeezed lemon juice. And I'll just pour a teaspoon of that into his water. And weirdly enough, I think I mentioned this already, but you can drink lemon water on a fast. Who knew? I thought lemon would have too much sugar in it, but I know it's tart, but it's a lemon. It's a lemon, it's fruit. But apparently that's not true. You can drink it on a fast. So that's our morning drinks, and then after that, we drink our little drink that you saw us drink yesterday with the electrolytes in it. Well, good morning. We are deep into the fast now. We're in the middle of the grind. We're at let's see, so at 10, it's right around 10:30, so we're at about 60 hours into this thing. And so I'm just giving you some updates to let you know what's been going on. Mentally, I'm good. My mood has been good. I stay in a good mood most of the time, though, so that's not really unusual for me. But my energy level is not excessive, but I'm not feel like a sloth either. I just feel kind of normal. I'm trying not to do a lot of extra curricular activities, a lot of strenuous things, which I don't normally do those anyway. I'm not an exercise person. So that's good. The hunger, it comes in waves now. Yesterday, the first 24 hours, the hunger really came at more like the time that we would normally eat. So around, I think it was, my first wave of hunger came around 12:30, and it lasted for about 30 minutes or so. And then it came again around 3:30, and lasted for about 30 minutes. But the evening times are always the worst for me, and that's because I sit on the couch and snack and eat, and so that's the worst time for me. So the first 24 hours within that period, my hunger hit again between around 5:30, and it lasted for a good long time, like an hour and a half. I just try to stay focused on something else besides, the food, which is difficult when you're watching TV and you see other people eating on TV. Like you never think about that until you don't have any food. You're like, why are they showing people eating? But then yesterday, my hunger, it came in waves. It didn't stay long though, and it didn't come at specific times. It came all throughout the day. Like every 2-3 hours, I'd get, a wave of hunger, and it would only last a little bit though. So it'd come and go, come and go, come and go. And that's kind of the way it went all day yesterday. And then today, I've only been hungry a couple times. My hot flashes have gone down quite a bit, which is good. I think I've only had 2 or 3 every day, which I probably get upwards of 20 plus a day. So 2 to 3 is really good. I'll take that. And so that's where I am right now. We're going to check in with my husband and see how he's feeling, how it went for him yesterday, and so we'll check on him.
So my situation is a little bit different, I guess. The first day wasn't too bad, because the hunger's not too extreme at that point. But the second day, yesterday, I woke up feeling, first of all, I slept pretty good, although I had to get up and use the bathroom. Had to urinate like 3 different times, and it was like pure water, but it was just in the middle of the night, and I never get up in the middle of the night to have to do that. So that was one thing that I thought was a little bit weird. But I also weighed myself yesterday, and I lost 4 pounds. So 4 pounds in about 24 hours, it mostly is probably water weight gain. But that's part of the process of fasting. That just happens. So after that, the morning, I woke up feeling kind of sluggish. I was like, didn't have any energy at all. So that was kind of unfortunate. But I never did have a lot of energy throughout the day. Well, midday it kind of came back, so I was okay at that point. But last night, I felt what they call the fasting flu. You kind of feel like you almost have the flu. Not really like fever wise and all that, but just queasiness. I just didn't feel very good. I felt kind of queasy, and nothing really helped it. I drank more water and all that, but I looked it up, and that's very normal. That's unfortunate part of it, but that's your body just adjusting to what you're doing to it. I mean, you haven't had any food, just pure water for quite a few hours. So after that, though, last night I went to bed and it was okay. I mean, I'm feeling better, and my hunger does come and go. Although yesterday my hunger was kind of extreme a few times. I just was like, I just almost wanted to give it up. But I'm going to stick with it. I'm not going to go through this halfway and then stop. I'm going to go through all the way so we can see the real benefits of it. But sometime today or tomorrow, I think the hunger will just completely stop, and that will be a big help, because then your body switches over to start burning your own fat, and all the good benefits really start happening at that point. So that's what I'm hoping for, but that's my situation so far.
So as you can see, Shane's experience was quite a bit different than mine. I never experienced any fasting flu or anything like that. My energy level was pretty good. So you can see how it affects different people different ways. So I want to talk to you about some benefits. I know I mentioned a few earlier in the video, but I want to talk to you about some really major benefits on fasting. And this is one of the reasons why I think Shane and I both decided to do it, was for health reasons. if you look around our society is so sick. We are just sick with all of the illnesses and diseases and conditions that we have in this society. And if you take care of yourself when you're younger, it's very beneficial for you when you're older. And I've heard someone say that to me before, and it's so true. And I look around and I just see so many people that are unhealthy, and so I want to do something different. I want to live long. I want to live a good long life, and so getting healthy is part of it. But I want to talk about some benefits of fasting. And if you're interested in watching some more videos on fasting from a medical standpoint, because disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, I'm not giving you medical advice, this is just our experience and how it's affected us, and that kind of video. So if you really are if you want to go into looking for some more fasting videos, I would suggest you look up Dr. Eric Berg. We'll put this at the bottom of the screen. He's a great, he's got a great YouTube channel that you can go and watch about fasting. Another channel you can watch about fasting is Dr. Sten Ekberg. He has some fantastic videos as well on fasting. And Dr. Mindy Pelez, you can watch her too. And we'll put all these names at the screen here so you can go and look them up. And like I said, if you're really looking into some fasting videos, those are some great videos to watch. But I'm going to talk about some benefits that from watching a Dr. Berg video that I got that was really helpful to me, and I just want to share it with you. I've got some notes here, so just it's okay if I'm looking down at my notes here. So one of the first things, within the first 24 hours, you lose glycogen, which is another word for glucose or sugar. And when you get rid of that, that's when you start losing a lot of weight. So that's probably why Shane lost 4 pounds the first 24 hours, because it's water, it's the sugar, you're losing that and your weight. And then day 2 is when ketosis kicks in. That's when your body starts using its own fat for fuel. So instead of the food, your body has to use something for energy, and so it uses the fat in your body for fuel, and that's called ketosis. And your ability to learn, your cognitive function is supposed to be a little bit better. I'm going to be honest, I didn't notice that yesterday, but they do say sometimes it kicks in a little bit later. I didn't notice any more mental clarity than I normally have, although I will admit that I don't think I had much brain fog, which I normally have especially later in the day. I'm a morning person, so when I get up, I'm usually chipper and have energy. And about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm in that 2 o'clock slump, and the brain fog kicks in. But I don't think I really had any of that yesterday. So that, for mental clarity, I guess that was better. And then your body also then on day 2 starts what's called autophagy. And I mentioned this earlier. Autophagy is just basically when your body starts recycling damaged cells and proteins in your body, and it really helps to clean your system. That's what autophagy is. And it recycles the damaged tissue. And also something else that starts happening on day 2 is the fasting is an anti-aging tool, which is, we all want to look younger, so that's definitely an advantage there. And then day 3, which is what we're in right now, you start getting into a deeper ketosis. Your body starts burning more of the fat for fuel at this point. You're supposed to get more brain power. You're supposed to be in a better mood, almost euphoric. I don't know, I would say I'm euphoric at this point. Maybe some people do experience that. I've not experienced that yet, but maybe it'll come later today. I don't know. We'll see. And because you're in that deeper ketosis state, you're also fueling what is called BDNF, and that is brain-derived neurotrophic factor. And it's supposed to help make new brain cells. So I guess that's why you would feel euphoric, or you have more, cognitive functions or abilities. And that can actually increase. It says it can increase by 400% in some people on day 3. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't experienced that yet, but we'll see. And then your body goes into a deeper autophagy during this period, which, according to Dr. Berg, that most diseases come from damaged mitochondria. And so one type of autophagy comes from recycling damaged mitochondria, and cancer is caused from damaged mitochondria. So if you have cancer or any damaged cells or a lot of the diseases that we have, your body starts cleaning them up at this point on the day 3. And Shane and I think for the most part are pretty healthy in that aspect. So, but I'm sure we have damaged cells. We have inflammation. I know we do, because we eat so much sugar, and refined sugar and carbs is what causes inflammation. And inflammation is the cause of most diseases. It is the cause of most diseases. So if you can get rid of your inflammation, then that can help with a lot of your problems that you have. And it also at this point resets your immune system. And your immune system is what helps your body get rid of all those damaged cells. You've probably heard the saying, you're not sick because you have cancer. You have cancer because you are sick. And what that means is your body is sick. Your immune system is not working properly, so that's why you get cancer. I don't know if you know this, but everyone has cancer cells in their body. But your immune system, if it's working properly, it goes and attacks those cancer cells, and it won't let it spread, it won't let it get out of control. But if your immune system is sick, if your immune system is depressed and it's not working properly, then when those cancer cells start replicating, eventually you have cancer, you have a tumor, or you have this, or you have that. And so fasting can truly help cancer. Now, if you have certain types of cancer, you may have to fast longer than 100 hours. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving you medical advice. I'm just telling you the information that I've got from my research. And also, during this period of autophagy, the deeper autophagy, if it's clearing up damaged mitochondrial cells, it's going to help other conditions besides cancer. Anything, autoimmune diseases, there's a whole vast list of autoimmune diseases. You've got fibromyalgia, multiple sclerosis, rheumatoid arthritis, Crohn's disease, celiac disease. I mean, the list goes on. And you can, those things can almost really be, I'm not going to say they can be cured, but they can truly help if you do fasting. And so something else that happens in this time period is that your gut lining gets cleaned and it's able to regenerate. So if you have any gut problems, irritable bowel syndrome, leaky gut syndrome, all of these things, they can really help you if you do a fasting, because you're letting your body, your stomach rest, and it's not having to do all the digesting that it normally does, so it can regenerate those new cells, which is really good. And it says you also get a massive spike of HGH, which is the human growth hormone, and that's what helps you where you don't lose body muscle or muscle that you need. That kicks in during your fast, so that way you don't lose body muscle. And then on day 4, it says that your hunger is gone, almost completely gone, because you're eating your own fat 24/7. Your body is using that fat every hour or so, and you start building antioxidants. Your hormone system starts to get better. If you have any hormone issues, that start to get better. And something else is that inflammation completely goes away. Your inflammation drops off. And like I said earlier, almost everything is caused from inflammation. So those are some benefits of doing a fast, and so I'm looking forward to some of that. At the end of the video, we're going to let you know how much weight we lost, and tips and tricks and hacks that we did, and also maybe some things that we would do different. I hope this information was helpful to you, and I'll check back in later with you. Well, we're about 67 hours in, and man, I was so hoping that the hunger would be gone by now, but I think I've been more hungry today than I was the last 2 days. Like, it's just been a non-stop hungry almost all day. and I've not really felt tired, but now at about 30 minutes ago, I just really almost felt like I had an energy crash. I just feel really tired right now. But other than that, everything is going good. We were out and about running around today for about 4 or 5 hours, so that might have had something to do with me just being tired. But anyway, so I'll check in later and see how it's going, probably tomorrow. Well, we've made it to 72 hours. So I'm just checking in, and if I'm being honest, today was probably the hardest of all. My hunger today was almost constant all day, and it was very difficult to get your mind off of the hunger. And of course, another thing didn't help any. We were doing some errands today. Took my mom to the doctor and other things, and so we were driving around, and you could see restaurants and stuff like that. So that certainly didn't help any. But today so far has been the worst for the hunger. And then around 4:30, I really got just so tired. I mean, just really, really tired. Like I had no energy at all, which has not been the case this whole time. So I don't know why that was, but I'm hoping that tomorrow, fingers crossed, that the hunger will be gone. Because if it's like it was today, it's going to be so difficult. But anyway, it's 10:30. It's past my bedtime. I'm going to bed, so we'll check in tomorrow morning. See you then. So we've made it to 100 hours. Actually, it's a little over 100 hours now. But we want to talk a little bit about yesterday. Yesterday was the 4th day, and it says from almost everything we've researched that on the 4th day, your hunger completely goes away. It did not for me.
Yeah.
It did not for me. I mean, it wasn't as bad as the 3rd day, but it still, I had it several times during the day, and it was pretty rough at a few times. And so I don't know if we're just different than everybody else or what, but that did not. And I don't think either one of us had that euphoric feeling that everybody talks about getting, like on the 3rd or 4th day. I don't think I ever did that either. But some of the benefits that we did see is we have lost some weight. I lost 9 pounds and Shane lost 13 pounds, which was really good. And we took our blood pressure before we started and then after today. So each of our blood pressure actually went down. Shane's was in the pre-hypertension stage, and it went down to just right above normal, and mine went down into the normal range. Mine wasn't too bad to begin with, but so that actually helped too. And then I still have had a few hot flashes, but not near as many as I did pre-fast, so that's good. Shane, you had some good results with your Bell's palsy.
Oh yeah, since I had that Bell's palsy, it never did. There's a nerve right above my eye here that always felt sore when I touched it. The whole time, it never got better, and I think that prevented some of my face from recovering on this side, because that was the only nerve that still kind of hurt, but it don't hurt anymore. So, and
you have a lot more movement in your face, yeah, so I think the nerve was just inflamed, and once you do the fast like this, your inflammation goes away, and so I think that's what helped him. Yeah. And then of course I haven't had a heartburn, which of course I haven't had any food, so that, you would expect that. Any other?
I lost 13 pounds.
Yeah, that's good. And I don't know about Shane, but once we start refeeding, which is what we're fixing to do today, I'm going to start refeeding with good foods, and then I'm going to go on a ketogenic diet. So I don't know if he's going to be able to do that, but I'm going to, and that we should lose a lot extra weight with that, and because your body will use the high fat and the protein to burn fuel.
We're going to try to stay away from sugars for the most part.
Yeah, I'm going to stay away from sugars for at least 3 months.
Yeah, it's been harder than I thought it was going to be, the whole thing.
Yeah.
But you know, just with that one thing with my nerve damage, if that's repaired, then that's worth it.
And losing some weight.
And losing 13 pounds. I feel lighter.
Yeah. My clothes fit a little bit looser.
My energy level sucks. I mean, it's just never gotten much better. It's just, you know,
yeah,
they're really weak. But
yeah. But now we're fixing to eat for the first time, so we'll let you know what we're doing. We'll check back in just a little while.
Yeah.
So we're doing our first meal, and our first food, and right now I'm going to do some chicken bone broth, and just drinking that to get something on your stomach. It has a lot of protein, so it'll give us energy, and our body will use it for fuel. But I do need to let you know, though, that there's something called refeeding syndrome. This is what we're doing, is refeeding our system, and you have to start very slowly with easily digestible food. You have to eat almost foods that a baby would eat. And if you're gonna eat something like avocados, you have to mash them down really, really good like a baby would eat. So we're gonna start off with some chicken bone broth, and then a couple hours later, we'll probably both eat maybe an egg. I may eat a little bit of sauerkraut. I don't think Shane will eat sauerkraut, but he might try.
I'm so hungry, I might.
And then later tonight, I'll probably steam some broccoli and cauliflower, and I'll eat that. It has got to be, you got to steam it so much that you can mush it with a fork and mash it with a fork, so it'd be like baby food almost. But there is a thing called refeeding syndrome, and if you eat,
if you do it wrong, if you throw down to start just like eating cheeseburger and whatever, big
fried foods, a lot of carbs, steaks, a lot of sugar,
whatever.
Yeah.
If you do that, it could be deadly.
Yeah. Oop, that's my phone ringing in the background. But anyway, so you had to be very careful, because refeeding syndrome, it can really hurt your system. It can be deadly if you do it wrong. So that's that, and we'll show you a little bit more later, okay? So our second meal, which is 2 hours later than our chicken broth, is we're gonna eat an egg, and then I'm eating a little bit of sauerkraut too. Shane's not eating the sauerkraut, but he tried it and he says a little much for him, and it is pretty pungent if you don't like it, but I love sauerkraut. And sauerkraut is actually very good for you. It's fermented, so it's very, very good. So this is our second meal. So yeah, our energy level, I think the first couple of days when we started refeeding, the energy was quite low, but our energy is back up now. And today, the first couple of days, I still had a couple of hot flashes every day, but today I've not had one hot flash at all, which, if nothing else, the whole fast to me was worth that, because if you've never had a hot flash, it is not fun. So to go from 20 plus in a day to none is a miracle to me. So that is really good. And I know that if I keep staying off sugar like I intend to do, I know I probably won't have any more hot flashes at all. So that is very encouraging. I haven't had any heartburn really since I've been eating, since I've started re-eating, and I think some of the things that surprised me about the fast was, number one, all the experts say, on day 3 and 4, your hunger goes away completely.
It didn't.
No, not for me. It was, day 3 and 4 were worse for the hunger than day 1 and 2 was for me.
Yeah, it just stayed more steady. So I think that what the people say is to do the intermittent fasting, or try some fasting, 24 or 48 hours maximum, a few times for a few months. I would recommend that probably for 5 or 6 months if you could. Just get your body used to that, and then go into the 100-hour plus fast, whatever you want to do.
Or you could do a 24 or a 48-hour fast a few times before leading up to your 100-hour fast. I think that maybe next time if I want to do a 100-hour fast, I may try that next time.
Yeah, it's advanced. It's for the pros.
Yeah, let me tell you something. It is not for the faint of heart. If you have to be determined to do this, because it was not easy. I mean, all we did was water and electrolytes. But another thing I would recommend is that you cut your carbs and your sugars out about 2 days before you start your fast. We did not do that. We were told that we probably should have done that, and maybe we should. That might have been easier. I don't know. Yeah. I never really craved sweets, though. I just craved food, just certain foods, but never any sweets. And I haven't craved any sweets since we got off the fast. I don't even care to drink anything or eat anything sweet. I just want real food.
Yeah, the cravings for sugar kind of just stopped. When you crave food again, you won't crave sweets. I don't think you'll crave meat, protein, stuff like that. You know.
But let me tell you, it gave us a great appreciation for food after this. Everything we eat now just tastes absolutely amazing.
Yeah. You could have terrible food and we would eat it and be like, oh, this is the best thing we ever ate.
Yeah.
But yeah, your flavors, your taste buds are just ready to go. They're ready to eat something. But I'd say overall, though,
it was worth it.
It was worth it.
It was worth it.
It's just tough. You got to be ready for the toughness.
Yeah.
Or, like I said, ease into it better.
But if you've ever done a fast of any kind, 24, 48 hours or longer, drop us a comment. Let us know how you felt about it, what the results were, if you enjoyed it, if you'd never do it again. Just let us know that, because we're really interested. We learned a lot about maybe some other tips and tricks that you have as well. So if we ever want to do it again, or other people want to do it again, they can look and read in the comments.
Yeah. So, I'd say go for it. Try it out. It can't hurt. It's free.
Yeah.
It's better than
saves you grocery money.
Pharmaceutical what do they call them? Medicine.
Diet pills.
Diet pills.
Yeah.
Poison.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is free and it's natural, and I think your body is made for it. So, go for at least a 24-hour fast every once in a while. 48 hours, just do it.
Yeah.
And so with all that, I keep looking over here looking for my little snicker pup, because she's over
here grazing like a horse.
Just chilling out in the yard over here. There she is.
There she is.
There's our snicker pup. So sorry we hadn't put out a video in a while. We've been handling some things, but
we've got a couple. But we do have a couple more videos coming out in the next week or two. So just look for those, and in the meantime,
live in the sunshine.